Hello, fans. Keith Brown here on the Warrenton Sports Network. And we've got a great matchup for you tonight as the Elsberry Indians, coming in with a record of 3-3, take on your Warrenton Warriors, sitting at 2-3 on the season. Both teams are looking to bounce back after tough losses. Elsberry falling 18-82 against Clopton, and Warrenton dropping a close one, 39-41 against St. Charles. And with the holiday break just ahead, a win tonight would send either squad into the new year with momentum and a renewed sense of confidence. Last season, Elsberry got the better of Warrenton with a 55-41 victory, but historically, the Warriors hold the edge in the all-time series 9-6. Statistically, Warrenton has been the stronger offensive team this year, averaging 38 points per game, while Elsberry comes in scoring 31 points per game. Defensively, these teams are nearly identical, each allowing 41 points per contest, setting the stage for what could be a tight, competitive battle from start to finish. Settle in. This one has all the makings of a great night of high school basketball. Coming up shortly will be the national anthem, player introductions, and the tip-off. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. All right, moments away from tip-off here. Leading scorers so far for the Warriors this season have been Sophia Banky. She's averaging 9 points, followed by Savannah Miller and Michaela Whithouse, each averaging 8 points per game. And we're underway. Warrenton gets the tip. Saved there by Whithouse. Banky brings the ball into the front court. Gets it over to Duncan. Looks like Elsberry's going to be in a 2-3 zone to start the game. Skip pass to Banky. Back to Duncan. Duncan at the point. Corner now to Banky. Back to Duncan. Reverse it to Savannah Miller. Her three's out there. No good. Off the hands of Banky, and it goes out of bounds. Davidson brings it up into the front court for the Indians. Warrenton starts out in a man-to-man defense. Indians drive the lane. Shot up. Off the glass. No good. Whithouse with the rebound. That was Lizzie Mound with the shot for the Indians. Got the Warriors versus the Indians tonight. All right, Banky over on the right side. Dribbles back to the left. Reverse the ball to the wing on the left side. Goes out of bounds off of the hands of Fallon Davidson. Sideline out of bounds will be handled by Savannah Miller. She gets it into Banky. Back to Miller on the left wing. Goldsmith now on the right side. Back to Miller on the left. Goldsmith at his point. Try to throw it inside, but it's stolen by Hardwick. Elsberry's going the other way. Davidson takes the layup and draws the charge. Basket's no good, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Fouls on Claire Goldsmith. That's her first for the sophomore. Coach Logan's going to take a 30-second timeout here early in the game. A little frustrated by the start for the Lady Warriors. Last year, Elsberry had a record of 15-10, while the Warriors had a 13-14 season. Like we said, Elsberry beat Warrenton last year 55-41. Warrenton trying to exact some revenge this season. Davidson's first shot on the way. Good rotation, but it misses to the right. Her second one hits nothing but net. Elsberry's on the board first. They lead 1-0 here in the first quarter. Goldsmith gets over to Banky on the right side. High post to Miller. She steps under, shoots a shot. No good. Gets her own rebound. Fights for it. Kicks it back out to Banky. Duncan's three from the left side. No good off the board. Gathered up by Davidson. The junior guard's going the other way for the Indians. She pulls up on the right wing, reverses the ball now. Lizzie Mount at the point. Gets it back to Davidson on the left wing. She comes off the screen. No, she fakes off the screen, goes to the left-hand layup, and she puts it in. Fallon Davidson's got three. The Indians have three. Elsberry still in their zone. Warrenton trying to get on the board. They try to lob it into Whithouse. Stolen by Davidson. I'm sorry, that's Hardwick. Now the point is Davidson. So Hardwick has all 3 points. Now to Lily Mound. Reverse the ball over to Fallon Davidson. Mound dribbles, throws up a right-hander, no good. Whithouse with a good block out and a rebound. Goldsmith lobs it into Duncan. Back out to Goldsmith. Left wing for Banky. Her three from deep. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound over to Hardwick. Hardwick going the other way. She pulls it back out, reverses the ball now. Mound takes her time, sets the point up. Gets it over on the right side to Davidson. Pass intercepted by Zoe Duncan. She gets the steal, and she's going the other way. 1-on-3. Takes it to the rim, draws a blocking foul. Duncan will go to the free throw line. They're going to get Stavaja Hardwick with the foul. That's her first. Duncan's first is short. Into the game for Elsberry is freshman number 33, Ellen Gladney. Duncan hits the second one, nothing but net. Warriors are on the board. They trail 3-1. Davidson up to the front court. We got a player down on the court. Action away from the ball on that one. Not sure what happened. We'll step away for a 30-second commercial here. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. All right, sideline out of bounds for Elsberry. Injured player was Lily Mound, the junior. She was able to limp off the court. Looks like the trainer's taking a look at her ankle. All right, it's a point now. Fallon Davidson gets it over to Hardwick. Hardwick reverses the ball back to Mound. Down the left side to Koch. She feeds the post, but stolen by Duncan. Duncan's got 2 steals here in the first. She's doing a great job on the defensive end of the court. Taking away possessions and getting the Warriors extra possessions on the offensive side. As soon as I say that, stolen by Lily Mound. Indians going the other way. Mound takes it to the hole and draws a foul on Duncan. That's Duncan's first. Mound will go to the free throw line. First one's a swish, high arcing shot. Lizzie Mound's a sophomore guard. Next one's nothing but net as well. It's a good looking shot there. All right, Banky gets it over to Miller on the right side. They're trapping. Duncan gets it to Key. Reverse the ball to Goldsmith. She feeds the post to Whithouse. Whithouse takes it up, misses a shot. Gathered up by Hardwick. Hardwick's going the other way for the Indians. Up over to Davidson. Cross-court pass. Gladney with it. Gets it over to Mound. Back to Gladney. Gladney to Hardwick at the point. Setting it up. Warrenton changes defense now off the timeout. They're back into a 2-3 zone. Stretching it really far out. The high post should be open for Elsberry. All right. Davidson on the right side. Tried to feed it or lob it inside, but Gladney was going to the corner. Pass falls out of bounds. Turnover for Elsberry. Warrenton's ball. Into the game for the Big Red. Number 10, Jaden Cox. Cox is a 5'7" freshman guard. She played JV ball tonight. Warriors won the JV contest. All right, Cox now at the point. Over to Duncan. Goldsmith on the left side. Duncan at the high post. Steps out to the point now. Corner to Cox. Feeds the post to Whithouse. Whithouse reverses it to Duncan. Her 3 rattles home. Zoe Duncan's got 4. Warrenton's got 4. She's been the offense and it's been a key part of the defense with 2 steals here. Good start for Duncan. Elsberry working the ball around the perimeter of the zone. Stolen by Duncan. That's her 3rd steal. She gets it up ahead to Banky. Banky back to Duncan. Duncan cutting, stops, and she's fouled by fouling Davidson, her first. Out of bounds underneath the Warriors basket. Duncan will trigger the inbounds pass. Elsberry still in their zone defense. They get it into Goldsmith in the corner. Over to Banky on the left side. She's going to take the three. No good. Whithouse with the rebound. But they're going to get Whithouse for pushing on the rebound. So Elsberry will retain possession. Davidson at the point. She feeds the high post. Turns and looks. Feeds the low post. Lizzie Mound dribbles back out. They feed the post again. This time Davidson dribbles back out. Koch at the high post. Davidson dribbles in. Takes a 15-footer. Short. Zoe Duncan rips the rebound. Warrenton's going the other way. Cox looks ahead. Gets it over to Banky on the left side. Dribbles in. Kicks it back out. Duncan dribbles in. She's going to shoot the right-handed layup. No good. Woodhouse goes high for the rebound. Misses the shot. And is pulled down by Koch. Davidson going the other way now for the Indians. Left side now over to Hardwick. Stolen by Goldsmith on a pass to the point. Goldsmith takes it to the basket. Throws up a right layup. No good. Banky gets the rebound. She takes a shot, and that rattles home. I like to see Sophia Banky looking for her shot. 30-second timeout taken by Elsberry. Champions aren't just made on the playing field or court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same spirit to your finances. Since 1939, the Missouri Bank has been the hometown MVP, serving Warren County and beyond with cutting-edge banking and an old-school integrity. Our mission to deliver honest service, loyal support, and a rock-solid defense of your financial future. Whether you're chasing business goals or saving for your next big win, we're here to help you score. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. All right, so 6-5 lead for Warrenton. Elsberry jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead. Since then, Warrenton's battled back and taken a 1-point lead. Koch from the left corner. She's going to take the three. It's short. Banky had the loose ball, stolen away. Koch has the ball now. She dribbles in the right wing. She's double-teamed, tries to throw it off a Warrenton player and misses. Ball goes out of bounds. Big Red get the possession. Substitution for Elsberry, number 11, Kendall Bodeker, a sophomore, checks in for the Indians. 1 minute left to go here in the first. Banky over to Goldsmith on the left side. Skip past to Banky on the right side. Back to Duncan at the point now. Back to Banky. Trying to find somebody open inside. Goldsmith gets it at the point. Kicks it out to Cox. Cox gets it to Goldsmith. She takes a 15-footer in and out. Rebound by Emma Flake, and she puts it back in. The 5'10 freshman, puts it in. That gives the Warriors their biggest lead, 3-point lead. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. I got a ball out of bounds off a Warrenton player. Indians will inbound it from the sideline. They get it into Hardwick. Hardwick back to Davidson. Davidson dribbles to the point. High post feed. Gets it to Gladney. She gets it down to the corner to Bodeker. Back out. Time slipping away. Hardwick's going to take a shot. She loses control. She goes up. That's the end of the first quarter. Warrenton battles back. Takes an 8-5 lead. Need a roof that's built to last? Call the name Missouri Trust. Mike Brown Construction. With 25 years of experience, we deliver top-quality roofing backed by professional service and premium materials. From quick repairs to full installations, we treat every job like it's our own home. Why? Because we're not just contractors, we're your neighbors. And at Mike Brown Construction, your satisfaction is our success. So when it's time to raise the roof, raise your expectations, call Mike Brown Construction, where quality meets integrity. So like we said, Elsberry jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead. And then since then, Warrenton's battled back with the 8-5 lead. Largest lead for either team has been 3 points so far. Zoe Duncan's been a force for the Big Red so far. She's got 4 points with about 3 or 4 steals and about the same number of rebounds. The seniors got the Big Red off to a good start. Here we go. Start second quarter now. Elsberry's ball first. Davidson gets it over to Hardwick on the left side. Warrenton still in their 2-3 zone. Over to Gladney. Try to feed the post, but stolen. Another one stolen by Zoe Duncan. Goldsmith over to Banky. She takes the point. Feeds Goldsmith, who kicks it back out to Cox. Cox over to Goldsmith. Feeds the post to Flake. Flake gets banged around inside, and they're going to call Elsberry for the body foul. They get foul on Davidson. That's her second. All right, Goldsmith triggers the inbounds pass. Gets it inside to Duncan, who takes it up strongly. Duncan's got another basket. 6 points for Duncan. 5-point lead for the Warriors, their largest of the game. 2-3 zones really causing Elsberry some problems since Coach Logan has switched from that. Started out man-to-man. Get the ball into Hardwick. She kicks it out. Davidson dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to Gladney. Her three goes over the rim and out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it went off of Duncan's hands. All right, some wholesale substitutions for Elsberry. Their ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. They get it into Hardwick. Hardwick takes the point on the dribble. Gets it over to Lizzie Mound, who replaces her at the point. Gladney over in the right wing. High post to Koch. Over to Hardwick. Hardwick's 15-footer off the backboard, no good. Gathered up by Banky. Warrenton's going the other way. Banky brings it over to the left side to Duncan. She's got the hot hand. She gets it over to Cox. Back to Duncan. Banky at the point now. Reverses it to Cox. She's going to take the three from the left side, and she drains it. The freshman hits nothing but net. 8-point lead for Warrenton. All right. Lizzie Mound at the point now for the Indians. She splits two defenders, and she's going to draw the foul on Goldsmith. Actually, they're going to get Banky on that. So Banky's got one, Goldsmith's got one, and Duncan has one, as well as Whithouse. Elsberry gets it in. That's Lizzie Mound dribbling on the left side of the court, guarded by Goldsmith. Picks up her dribble, gets it over to Gladney. Warrenton traps Gladney, gets it over to Hardwick. Hardwick at the point, goes back to Gladney. She tries to feed the post to Koch. Double team, gets it back out. That was Foster. Foster throws it away. Duncan gets another steal. She's got 6. Warrenton's on the break. Emma Flake misses the layup after a great pass by Claire Goldsmith. Referee calls a jump ball. And Warrenton will have possession as the possession arrow is going their way. Banky gets it into Duncan. Duncan reverses it. Goldsmith over to Banky in the left corner. Her three off the front iron, no good. Long rebound goes to Mound. She's on the break. She challenges Goldsmith, and they're going to get Mound for the travel. She didn't get her feet set. 8-point lead is the largest so far for Warrenton. They lead 13-5. Cox on the right wing. She's double teamed. Tries to feed the post, but nowhere near Flake, and the ball goes out of bounds. So Elsberry brought the double team there, gave a little pressure, and an errant pass by the Big Red. Lizzie Mound brings the ball up, gets it over to Gladney on the left wing. Feeds a high post. Koch with a 12-footer. Off the rim, no good. Duncan with another rebound. She owns the defensive glass. And a lot of steals on defense. Goldsmith out to Cox. Duncan reverses it to Banky. Banky dribbles in, 12-footer, no good. Rebound there by Gladney. Gladney brings it up on the right side for the Indians. Over to Koch at the point now. Koch picks up her dribble, gets it over to Hardwick. She dribbles into the paint, tries to hit a backdoor cut. Pass goes astray. Warrenton will get possession, and they bring back into the game Whithouse and Savannah Miller, two of their top scorers. Like to see that the Warriors had an offensive run there with two of their best scorers on the bench. Goldsmith ready for the double team that time. Oh, almost turned it over. Gets it to Banky, and it goes off of Banky's hands out of bounds. So that double team on that trap, on that first wing pass, is really causing Warrenton some problems. Got to keep a cool head, keep the ball and pivot and hit it to an open receiver. All right, Hardwick gets it inside to Koch. And turnover off of Koch's leg. Woodhouse hit the ball off of Koch's out of hand, went off her knee, and goes out of bounds. Elsberry in a cold streak. They switched their defense now. They're in a 1-2-2 zone defense. Miller gets it to Woodhouse. She dribbles in, kicks it out. Three's on the way from Goldsmith. No good, off the hands of Flake, and goes out of bounds. So Warrenton did a much better job handling that trap by having somebody at the high post. As soon as that trap comes, they just hit the high post and they reverse the ball. Got a good shot, just didn't go in for the big red. All right, steal by Sophia Banky. She hits it ahead to Goldsmith. Goldsmith's going to go to the right hand. She pulls up, misses the shot. Whithouse had the ball, but her and Flake couldn't decide who was going to control it, and it goes off of the big red out of bounds. Warrenton with a good chance. Their defense has really been starting their offense tonight. A lot of steals. They're getting close to 10 steals already here in the first half. All right, Hardwick picks up the dribble, gets it over to Davidson. She's got 2 fouls. She's got to be careful. Davidson dribbles the paint, tries to feed Koch, goes off of Koch's hands, out of bounds. All right, Elsberry still in their 1-2-2. They go right to the high post. Woodhouse gets it, kicks it to Miller. Miller over to Banky now. Banky at the point, gets it to Goldsmith. Down to the baseline to Flake. Back to Goldsmith on the wing. Reverses it to Banky. Now to Miller. She's got an open three on the left side. Rattles home. Savannah Miller's on the board. She's shooting 43% from the three-point line, and she's off to a good start tonight from behind the arc. All right. Davidson dribbles, gets it over to Hardwick. Loose ball on the court. Hardwick comes up with it. Dribbles, penetrates the paint, splits 2 defenders. And they're going to get Goldsmith with a little bit of the body as the defender or the offensive player split the 2 defenders. So that's 2 on Goldsmith. That brings in the freshman Jaden Cox. She rattled home a 3 earlier as well. Inbounds pass to Koch, who cut down the lane. Easy layup. Good look there from Elsberry. All right, Banky brings it up the court. Right wing, here comes that trap. Banky at the point, comes off the Woodhouse screen, gets it over to Miller. Miller dribble penetrates, gets it to Banky at the point. Back to Miller on the wing. Feeds the post to Woodhouse. She takes one dribble, steps under, misses the layup, rebounded by Zoe Foster, and she draws the foul. That's going to be 2 on Michaela Whithouse. That's going to get Duncan off the bench into the game for Whithouse. 9-point lead now for the Big Red. That's their largest of the game. Davidson brings the ball up the court now. Feeds the high post. Koch there. Turnaround jump shots on the way. No good. Rebound by Cox. Does a good job keeping the ball up high. Warrenton's going up the other way now. Banky dribble penetrates. Throws up a shot. Thought she got fouled, but she didn't. And Elsberry gets the loose ball coming up the court. Duncan with her 7th steal of the game, going for the right-hand layup, and she draws a foul. Zoe Duncan really being a force on defense. 7 steals already in the game. All right, Duncan will go to the free throw line where she's 1 for 2 so far today. They got Kenzie Koch on the foul for Elsberry. First one for Duncan misses. Second one's good. 10-point lead for Warrenton. That's their largest. Davidson on the left side. Gets it over to Foster, back to Davidson. Hardwick now on the right side. Gladney on the wing. High post Cope reverses it to Davidson. Her 3 misses short. Long rebound gathered up by Hardwick. Hardwick over to Davidson. She dribbles, penetrates, throws up a shot over the taller Flake. Misses. Gladney with the rebound. Warriors got her double teamed, and Savannah Miller comes up with a steal. Warriors got close to probably 12 steals here in the first half. Banky turns it over now. Davidson's going to feed Hardwick on the break. She loses control. Ball goes out of bounds. 1:08 left to go here in the first half. Sophia Banky takes her time bringing the ball up the court. Elsberry in their 1-2-2 zone defense. Handoff over to Cox, who takes the point. Tries to feed Flake at the high post. She gets there. Reverse the ball to Miller on the left wing. Miller skip pass to Banky, almost stolen by Elsberry. Miller now at the point with the ball. Feeds Banky. Banky dribbles to the point. Now Cox at the point. Back to Banky on the right side. Cox reverses to Miller. Elsberry really stretching that defense out, knowing that Whithouse is not at the post. Try to get it into Duncan, but it's stolen by Elsberry. They've got under 30 seconds left to go. Davidson's going to drive the lane, take it all the way to the hole, and she's going to draw the blocking foul. Misses the shot. There you get Savannah Miller. That's her first with the foul. Davidson goes back to the free throw line. First one's a swish. There's a sub waiting to go in for Davidson if she makes this free throw. Coach doesn't want her to pick up her 3rd here at the end of the half. And she does make it. Into the game is Lizzie Mound. All right, Warriors up by 8. They have the ball. Less than 20 seconds left to go here in the first half. Banky dribble handoff to Cox. Cox over to Miller. Miller dribbles to the right, gets it to Banky in the corner. She's got a wide open 3. She takes it, no good. Long rebound. Gathered up by Elsberry, but that's the end of the first half. So after 2 quarters, your score here at Warrenton, the Big Red leads 17-9. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center. Ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. Before you hit the road to the big game, make sure you're driving something you love. Gas Store Chevrolet has you covered. For over 28 years, the Gas Store family has been serving Warren, Lincoln, Montgomery, and St. Charles County with honest deals and hometown service. We're not just another dealership, we're the Gas Stores, and the Gas Stores are here full-time, working directly with you on sales, service, and body shop needs. No gimmicks, no hidden fees, just fair prices and a relaxed, friendly environment. From Truesdale to Wentzville, folks drive in for the Gasdorf experience. Shop online, Swing by for a test drive and see why we're built for all seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. Gas Store Chevrolet, where relationships matter and the customer always wins. Gas Store Chevrolet, driven by family and can be trusted by yours. So halftime score once again, Warrenton leads 17-9. They've led by as many as 10. Game started out with Elsberry jumping out to a quick 3-0 lead, but Warrenton has bounced back behind a strong defensive pressure, lots of steals. They've got to have close to 15 steals. Let's take a look at the scorers for Elsberry. Lizzie Mound has 2, Kenzie Koch has 2, and the rest of the points, 5, have been scored by Fallon Davidson. For the Warriors, Sophia Benke has 2, Jaden Cox has a 3, Emma Flake has 2, and Savannah Miller has a 3, and the leading scorer has been Zoe Duncan, and she leads the way with steals. She's got to have at least 7, if not more. So we'll always talk about defense starting offense, and Duncan's doing a great job of demonstrating that tonight, getting the Warriors back into the game and then taking a 10-point lead. So Warrenton brings out their original starting 5. And it looks like Elsberry made one change. They're going to start Gladney here. Ellen Gladney, the freshman. She's starting in the second half. Okay, Warrenton starts out in a 2-3 zone. Elsberry with the ball. Warrenton's trapping him right away. Davidson got in a little trouble on the left side. Throws it off a Warrenton player's leg. Warrenton really stretching out their zone defense here. Koch gives it back to Davidson, feeds it down to Gladney. She takes it up, misses the shot, gets her own rebound, gets it to Koch. Davidson in the corner now. Reverses it to Hardwick. Hardwick dribbles to the middle, gets it over to Mound. Mound tries to drive, gets her feet tangled up with Miller, and they're going to call Miller for the body foul. That's Savannah's first of the quarter, it's their second of the game. All right, Indians inbound the ball. Feed the high post to Koch. Over to Hardwick on the right side. Shot fakes, dribble penetrates. And she got pushed out of bounds by Duncan. Duncan moving her feet, but also got it bodied. Elsberry has the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Hardwick now. Hands off to Davidson. Davidson dribble penetrates, tried to kick it to the corner, but Lizzie Mound was going to clear that space and cut back door, and pass goes astray. Elsberry turns it over. They're picking up with a full court press. A diamond and 1-2, 1-1 press. Warrenton breaks that pretty easily. Miller in the front court now. Over to Benke. Low post up. Whithouse. He drop steps and scores. Good pass from Benke. Nice shot there by Whithouse. Benke averages 2 assists per game, and that was a nice one there, feeding Whithouse on the low post. All she had to do was drop step, dribble, and put it up. All right, Indians on the offensive attack, really forced out wide, and Mound steps out of bounds on the sideline. Elsberry brings back their diamond and 1 press here. Actually, it's a 2-2-1 zone press this time. They change the press. Warriors throw over top, get it to Miller. She throws it down to Whithouse. Whithouse misses the layup. Mound goes up, and she is tied up as she hits the floor. Warrenton will keep the possession as the arrow's going their way. All right, Miller has the inbound duty. She gets it into Duncan. Duncan to Goldsmith. Tried to feed the corner. Hardwick comes in and knocks it out of bounds. Warrenton's ball out of bounds. All right, Benke has the ball at the point now. Elsberry goes to a 2-3 zone still. Benke back to Miller. She's going to line up the 3. Misses it long. Goldsmith gets the long rebound. Feeds Whithouse in the post. Elsberry gets her hand on it. Loose ball. Goldsmith comes up with it. Reverses it to Miller. Miller gets it to Benke, and they're going to set things up. 10-point lead for Warrenton. High post to Whithouse. Takes one dribble. Throws it back out to Benke. Goldsmith now on the right wing. Jab steps, drives. Skip pass to Miller. Miller on the left wing. Gets back to Goldsmith at the point. Looks like Elsberry switched to a 1-2-2 zone. Duncan with the little right-handed baby hook shot. She knocks that in. Banky with another assist. Duncan's got 9 on the night. Hardwick on the left side. Trying to feed the high post. They get it to Gladney at the high post. Her pass is stolen by Woodhouse. Warrenton's got to have close to 20 steals now. Miller on the fast break, kicks it out to Goldsmith. Her three rattles out, no good. Woodhouse gets the rebound, takes it up, and she's fouled by Gladney. That's Gladney's first. Sending Woodhouse to the free throw line. First one hits the back of the iron, bounces long into the game for Elsberry. Is going to be Zoe Foster, the freshman, taking Gladney's spot on the court. Woodhouse, second one rattles around, no good. Foster with the rebound. She gets it over to Lily Mound, who brings it up the court. Actually, that's Lizzie Mound. Hardwick now with the ball. Over to Davidson on the left wing. She guarded closely by Goldsmith. Goldsmith really handling her. Hardwick dribbles the lane, penetrates, goes up for the shot, and she's going to draw a foul on Woodhouse. That's Michaela's third. Stavaja Hardwick steps up to the free throw line. High arcing shot, hits the back of the rim and falls down. Falls in, excuse me. Cox and Flake check into the game for the Warriors. They lead by 12. 13's been their largest lead here in the second half. Hardwick, next one goes down as well. She's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Elsberry still pressing. Warriors break it by passing it up the court. They get it down low to Flake. Her shot's blocked by Koch. Hardwick's going the other way. She stops and loses control of the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Jayden Cox did a good job of cutting her off before she could get to the basket. Hardwick picked up her dribble and lost control of the ball and goes out of bounds. Goldsmith over to Cox on the left side. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Banky. Banky reverses to Cox. She's going to take the three. Misses that one. Koch with the rebound. She brings it over. Mound brings it up. Over to Davis. He takes a long three. Jayden Cox gets the rebound for the Warriors. Gets it over to Goldsmith. Goldsmith breaks the pressure. Throws it ahead to Flake. Reverses it to Duncan. She loses, can get control of the ball. They're going to say it went off of Elsberry. Duncan will inbounds the ball underneath Warrenton's basket. That she gives away now to Goldsmith. 2-3 zone here by the Indians. They throw it into Duncan, takes it up strong. Nice assist by Goldsmith to see the wide open Duncan underneath the basket. Banky putting the defensive pressure on Davidson. She goes over to Hardwick. Here comes the trap from Warrenton. She gets around Cox, gets it to Davidson in the corner. They trap her. She tries to throw it off their feet. A loose ball goes off of Elsberry. Warrenton gets the ball on another steal. Into the game for Elsberry is going to be Kendall Bodeker. Bodeker is a sophomore. Elsberry brings the full court pressure once again. Diamond and one this time. 1-2, 1-1. Warrenton does a great job throwing over top of the press. Breaks it easily. Duncan on the right side. Goldsmith throws it to Cox. Warrenton needs a little work on their spacing a little bit there. Lizzie Mound dribbles. Takes it up. Ball goes off of a Warrenton player, out of bounds. Elsberry will have the ball underneath their own basket. They get it into Foster. Foster reverses it to Davidson. Davidson drives the lane, pulls up from about 10 feet off the backboard. No good. Banky now with the ball for Warrenton. Over to Goldsmith on the right side. Banky takes it over to the right side. Goldsmith leaves that spot. Duncan now takes a long three from the right side. Boom! Zoe Duncan having a game. That's her second three of the game. Warriors' largest lead now, 15 points. Bodeker, backdoor cut to Lizzie Mound. She scores the basket and draws the foul. They're going to get Jaden Cox on the foul. That's her first. Good-looking play there. And Elsberry's going to take a full timeout. Warrenton Sports Network wants to remind you this is more than just a game. It's hometown pride, live and in action on the Warrenton Sports Network. And behind every play, every stream are the local businesses who make it all possible. When you support our sponsors, you're backing the Warriors and the community. So shop local, say thanks, and let them know you saw them on the stream. Support the businesses that support the game only on the Warrenton Sports Network. All right, bound to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, and she does so. 13-point lead for Warrenton. Elsberry still pressing. Warrenton's able to throw over top once again. Goldsmith reverses to Banky. Woodhouse back into the game for the Warriors. They have their two big players into the game, actually three. They got a lot of size on the court. Goldsmith shoots a little two-footer, misses the running one-hander off of Elsberry's hand. Well, we got a little discrepancy between between the referees, and they're going to give possession to Elsberry. So they're trailed by 12. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Hardwick on the left wing now, trying to feed the high post. Nobody's there. Kicks it over to Mound. Mound over to Foster. She drives right, cut off by Duncan. Davison now. She drives, double team, tries to kick it out, gets it over to Hardwick. Hardwick dribbles to the lane, and she gets a reach foul against Claire Goldsmith. That's Claire's third. Savannah Miller checks back in. So Warrenton's back to their original starting five into the game. That's 5 fouls here in the quarter. That'll send Stavaja Hardwick back to the free throw line where she has been perfect so far tonight, 2 for 2. That high arcing shot hits the back of the rim and misses. Next one on the way. That's also long. Duncan gets a rebound, gets tied up. Referee calls a jump ball. Arrows going Elsberry's way. They'll keep the possession. Still trying to trim that 12-point lead if they can. They get it into Foster. Pass it over to Mound, who loses her balance and travels. All right, Warriors trying to break the press. Throw it over the top to Duncan. Duncan gives to Miller in the corner. Finds Woodhouse down low. Woodhouse misses the left-handed layup, but she draws the foul. Looks like Fallon Davidson gets the foul on that. That's her third. Woodhouse goes back to the free throw line. Her second time there tonight. Misses the first. And the second hits off the front of the iron and the backboard and falls in. 13-point lead once again for the Big Red. That's their largest. Davison at the point for Elsberry. Throws it away, trying to hit a backdoor cutter. Woodhouse intercepts it. Warrenton's going the other way now. Good defensive read by Michaela Woodhouse to see that pass. They feed the post, kick it back out. Banky's going to take a long three off the front of the iron, no good. Loose ball goes off of Woodhouse's hands. Elsberry's possession. 48 seconds left to go here in the third. Warrenton really bringing that 2-3 zone out. They throw high post to Foster, back to Davidson. Davidson pressured by Banky. Ball goes out of bounds off of Banky. Mound drives the right side, gets cut off by Woodhouse, but her feet were not set. She's going to draw her fourth foul. And that's going to put Lizzie Mound back at the free throw line. First one hits the back of the iron and misses to the left. Checking in for the Warriors, freshman Emma Flake back into the game. She's a 5'10 freshman. She had 2 points in the first half. Mound hits the second one, swishing it. 12-point lead now for Warrenton. Skip pass to Miller, over to Banky. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Banky feeds the post. Duncan's wide open. Her right-handed hook shot's no good. Miller gets the rebound. She takes it up. Misses. Duncan gets the rebound, takes it back up, and draws the foul. Seemed like the Big Red were trying to beat the clock, but they're actually rushing themselves. They had more time than they thought. Kendall Bodeker gets the foul. It's her first. Zoe Duncan back to the free throw line. Duncan drains the first. He misses the second one to the right, and Foster gets the rebound. Hardwick down, trying to beat the clock. 7 seconds. She's going to take it all the way to the hole. Throws it up off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Elsberry, and they beat the buzzer. Fallon Davidson scores 2 before the buzzer rings on the offensive rebound. So after 3 quarters, Warrenton leads 28-17. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A-game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered, home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. So a big quarter there by Zoe Duncan. She had 7 first-half points. She's now got 15 points on the game. For Elsberry, Lizzie Mound had 4 points that quarter. She led the way for the Indians. Warriors lead 28-17. 1 quarter left to play here. Looking to finish the game the way they started. Finish strong. Here comes a trap from Elsberry. Warrenton throws it over top. Miller's three from the right side. Misses. Mound hustles in and gets the rebound. Jump ball arrows going Elsberry's way. All right, Davidson brings the ball up the court. Gets it over to Mound on the left side. She drives baseline, circles back around, gets it to Davidson. Davidson spins on the dribble, picks it up. She's double-teamed. They're going to get her for shuffling her feet. Traveling call. Banky over to Goldsmith. Feeds Flake down the post. She goes up, draws a foul. Good job by Goldsmith to feed the post. Fouls on Foster, her first. Flake goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Warriors still struggling from the charity stripe. Got to work on that. They're shooting at 51% for the season coming into tonight's game. Last game against St. Charles, they made 7 out of 9. So they're showing some improvement. Bank hits that one off. Flake hits that off the backboard. Back to a 12-point lead for the Big Red. Hardwick dribbles back to the point, gives it over to Mound. Davidson on the right wing, dribbles to the middle, down dribbles back to the right, tries to feed the post. Ball sails long. They tried to get it into Kendall Bodeker, but the ball sailed long. Into the game for Elsberry, Ellen Gladney back in. 1-2-2 trapping defense from Elsberry. They get it into Duncan. Duncan takes it the right-handed hook shot, and she knocks it down. That's twice tonight that Duncan's taken that right-handed little baby hook shot and knocked it off the board and drained it. It's a good little post move from Duncan. Gladney fumbles the ball, picked up by Elsberry in the corner. Mound drives baseline, gets it out to Hardwick. Hardwick drives, steps back out to the point now. Reverses it to Mound. Mound's on a dribble towards the center of the court. Gets it over to Hardwick on the left side. She gets it to Gladney at the elbow. She drives, throws up a layup, and gets fouled. The basket's no good. They're going to give the foul on Flake. Gladney makes the first. Jaden Cox back into the game for the Big Red. Gladney hits the next one with a pure swish. She's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. All right, Cox brings it up on a dribble. Gets it over to Duncan. Duncan reverses the ball to Goldsmith at the point now. Hands off to Banky. It's like Elsberry switched defenses, so they've switched back to a man-to-man. Stolen there by Mound, and she takes it up and scores the left-handed layup. So man-to-man defense now by Elsberry. Realizing they have to get some steals, they switch to man-to-man defense. All right, Miller drives, kicks it over to Cox. Warrenton's got to be strong with the ball, knowing that Elsberry's going to try to steal it. And Coach Logan's going to take a full timeout. I think she wants to communicate that as well. Wants to work on being strong with the ball and taking care of that ball. Love what you see, fired up about what you hear, then why not make your brand part of the excitement? At the Warrenton Sports Network, we're more than just play-by-play. We're the heartbeat of local sports, celebrating the athletes, the fans, and the community that makes it all possible. Whether you're a small business looking to grow your reach or a proud supporter of Warrenton Athletics, there's a place for you here. You can reach a passionate local audience. You can support student athletes and hometown pride. We have flexible ad packages for every budget. Advertise with us, support the game, and grow your name. Contact the Warren County R3 School District office for more information. So what was the 13-point lead now has been trimmed to 10. Warrenton will have the ball out of bounds on their far sideline after Coach Logan's timeout. See how they handle this new man-to-man defense and pressure from Elsberry. They get it inbounds to Banky. Hands off to Goldsmith. Tries to throw it to Duncan, but it's intercepted by Gladney. Gladney goes up for the right-handed layup, and she's going to draw the foul. They're going to get Zoe Duncan on the foul. That's Duncan's third. So the man-to-man pressure defense has caused Warrenton's problems the last 2 times down the court. Gladney is now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And now 4 for 4. Warrenton's going to substitute. They're going to get Whithouse back into the game. She's got 4 fouls. With 5.5 minutes left to go, she's got to be careful not to pick up that 5th. All right, Warriors get the ball into Goldsmith. She's going to break that man-to-man pressure herself. Gets it to Whithouse, who came off the bench. Corner now to Miller. Miller dribbles back to the point. Over on the right side to Goldsmith. She drives, gets it into Whithouse on the low post. Who kicks it out to Miller. Miller drives the lane, throws up a shot, and draws the foul. They're going to get that on Davidson. That's her 4th. She's been a part of the offense so far for Elsberry, at least in the first half she was. All right, Miller goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And first one's short. Miller actually has one of the better free throw percentages for Warrenton. She's shooting at 65% from the charity stripe. And the announcer's jinx gets Savannah. She misses both of those. Hardwick going the other way for Elsberry. She pulls it back out, reverses it to Davidson, feeds the high post to Gladney. Gladney kicks it over to Hardwick. She drives the lane. Gets it over to Davidson. Throws up a little left-handed layup. Misses. Whithouse rips the rebound. Warrenton going the other way quickly up to Duncan. They had open players under the basket, but they get the ball set up, running a little clock here with an 8-point lead. Goldsmith goes off the screen, and they're going to call a moving screen on Zoe Duncan. That's her 4th. Jaden Cox comes in and takes Duncan's place. Elsberry inching back into this. They were were trailed by 13. They've got it to 8. They just turned the ball over, try to feed the high post, but Whithouse gets another steal. Warrenton's got to have at least 20 steals tonight. You think about that, that's 20 extra possessions. That could be a real difference maker in this game. Banky feeds it on a pick and roll to Whithouse. Whithouse saves it and goes off of Gladney, out of bounds off of Elsberry. Warrenton's ball underneath their own basket. Cox triggers the inbounds pass. Gets it into Miller. Stolen by Gladney, but goes out of bounds. Cox now. No, actually, every time I announce somebody's name, throwing it in, the coach changes. Goldsmith inbounds it now for Warrenton. You throw it into Cox. Back to Goldsmith. She drives baseline. Takes up the shot. Off the back iron, no good, but she draws the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line. They get the foul on Lizzie Mound. That's just her first. Goldsmith at the free throw line, her first time there tonight. She swishes the first one. Second one misses long. 9-point lead for the Warrenton Warriors. Hardwick quickly up to the front court. Picks up her dribble, gets it over to Davidson now at the point. Davidson dribbles to the right, gets it back to Hardwick. She drives the paint. Gets tied up by Goldsmith. Goldsmith rips it away. Miller picks it up. Warrenton's got another steal. That's the headline of this game. Warrenton stealing the game. Stealing extra possessions, turning those into points. Cox on the right wing. Oh, dribbles off her own foot, turns it over, and she ends up fouling Davidson. That's Cox's second. That's going to get Emery Martinez into the game for the Big Red. Warrenton's got 4 fouls this quarter. Next foul will send Elsberry to the free throw line. High post 2. Hardwick kicks it out to Gladney. She drives baseline. Ball goes off the leg of Whithouse out of bounds. Elsberry will retain possession underneath their own basket. Warrenton's in a 3-2 zone defense. Really caused Elsberry problems in the first half. They get it into Gladney. She drives the paint. Kicks it back out. Davidson's 3 off the back iron. Hits the rim again. Misses. Nice rebound there by Hardwick. Stole it from Whithouse. Ball goes off of Miller's hands out of bounds. Elsberry steals a possession there with the offensive rebound. They get it into Davidson. Gladney drives baseline now. Actually, that was Mound that was driving baseline. She draws the foul and she tries to shoot the layup. Fouls on Savannah Miller, her third. Lizzie Mound goes back to the free throw line. It seems like this is Elsberry's best offensive threat is to get the ball to the free throw line. 1, they can score with nobody's hand in their face, and 2, the clock is not running. It's a good way to get back into the game. Mound misses both. Martinez gets the rebound, gets it over to Goldsmith. Goldsmith sets up the offense. Elsberry in a man-to-man defense. They get it to Miller. Mound rips it out of Miller's hands. Really aggressive. Could have been called a foul. Corner 3 from Davidson. No good. Long rebound. Picked by Whithouse. Whithouse gets it over to Goldsmith. Goldsmith takes it up the court. Slow things down. Look at the clock. Gets it to Martinez. Back to Goldsmith. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Warrenton up by 9. Fans are calling for them to foul. Gladney tries to foul. Referee does not call it on the first push, and they get her for the second push, which could have been an intentional foul. But she was not really going for the ball. That's Gladney's second foul. Oh, Elsberry's going to take a full timeout here. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. So, fourth quarter, setting the team fouls. Warrenton's already got their 5, and Elsberry's got 4. So, next free foul, both teams will be going to the free throw line for the remainder of the game, which is 2 minutes and 8 seconds. All right, Duncan inbounds the ball for the Warriors on the sidelines here. They get it into Goldsmith. I believe Elsberry's going to go for try to steal it and get the foul if not. So they're going to send Goldsmith to the free throw line where she was 1 for 2 her last time there. They get Gladney on the foul. First free throw's no good. Gladney's got 3. Next one's off the iron, no good. Hardwick with the rebound. Hardwick over to Mound. Mound brings the ball up the court. Elsberry's got to go quickly here. Davidson on the left wing thought about the 3 and throws it under the basket to Gladney. She takes it up, misses the layup. Duncan rips the rebound. She gives it over to Banky. Banky breaks the midcourt. Elsberry's trying to encourage their players to get up and play some defense and go for the steal. Goldsmith gets a push in the back by Mound. That's Mound's second foul. Goldsmith goes back to the free throw line where she was just at a moment ago. Minute and a half left to play. Warrenton still with a 9-point lead. That one hits the right iron and bounces wide. Second one is pure. That one goes in. Elsberry quickly up the other way. Davidson drives, loses control of the ball. Martinez picks up the loose ball, and she gives it over to Mound. Mound dribbles to the layup, misses the shot. Goldsmith gets the rebound, and she gets shoved in the back by, it looks like Hardwick or Mound. They're going to get Hardwick with the foul. Goldsmith goes back to the free throw line for another opportunity to work on those free throws. 10-point lead for Warrenton. 1:17 left to go in the game. Goldsmith's getting dialed in now. She misses the second. That's an 11-point lead. Hardwick going the other way for the Indians. Gets it into Gladney. Out to Davidson. Davidson's 3, no good. Rebound off of Martinez's hands. It'll be out of bounds underneath the Indians' basket. 1:05 on the clock. Warrenton still in the 2-3 zone. They get it into Davidson. She drives. Gets it out to Gladney. She'll try the 3. Rims out, no good. Duncan with a rebound. Duncan's going to bring it up herself. Gets in a little trouble with a double team and gets tied up. Jump ball arrows going Warrenton's way. Under a minute left to go now. Warrenton up by 11. Just got to take care of the ball, make some free throws if they foul you, and we'll see you next year. Martinez now. They're trapping her. Davidson steals it, but she steps on the sidelines. Warrenton keeps the possession. Duncan inbounds it. So Warrenton's going to call a timeout as they were nearing the 5-second count. Coach Logan calls a 30. All right, Warrenton's got to take care of the ball. If they do get fouled, be strong. Step up to that free throw line and knock those free throws down. This is good practice as they get ready for next year. Duncan has a hard time getting it inbounds. She gets it into Goldsmith. She takes it to the basket and scores the left-handed layup. Nice move by Claire Goldsmith. It's a 13-point lead with 30 seconds left to go. That should ice the game here. Martinez is going to foul the driving Mound. Mound goes back to the free throw line where she spent a lot of time tonight. She's their leading scorer so far this evening with 8 points. First one rattles in and out. Second one hits the back of the iron and falls in. Goldsmith breaks the man-to-man pressure. She gets shoved in the back, and we'll go back to the free throw line. Mound with the foul. Elsberry's really got to be careful with those shoves in the back. Those are not going for the ball, and they can be deemed intentional, which will result in not only the free throws but the ball out of bounds. Goldsmith's first one misses. And the second one is a swish. All right, Mound dribbles the lane, kicks it out to Gladney. Gladney over to Davidson. She's going to try the long three. She rattles that one home. That puts Davidson as a high scorer now. She's got 10. And just as I predicted, they're going to get an intentional foul, and they just did. Lizzie Mound with another shove, and you cannot do that. They call the intentional foul, so Goldsmith will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And then Warrenton will get the ball out of bounds. So, a good coaching point is you do want to foul, but you've got to at least make an effort to go for the ball. Marty into the game for Elsberry. Goldsmith misses the first. And second one's no good either. Warrenton will have the ball out of bounds with 4.6 seconds left to go in the game. So Leah Marty into the game for the Elsberry Indians. This is their first appearance into the game. Duncan will have the inbound duties. She gets it into Goldsmith. She dribbles out of the double team, and she's just going to run the clock out. So your final score from Warrenton. Warrenton beats Elsberry 37-27, sending them into the new year with an even 3-3 mark. That sends Elsberry to 3-4. Stick around for the Fast Lane postgame show coming up next. All right, the final whistle's blown, but your journey's just getting started. At Fastlane, we're all about keeping you moving, whether it's a quick bite, a fresh brewed coffee, or top-tier fuel. Fastlane delivers fast, friendly service every time with clean stores, everyday essentials, and smiles to match. We're your reliable stop across the region. So wherever the road takes you after the game or any day, refuel your day at Fastlane. Welcome in, folks, to the Fastlane postgame show. Your front row seat to all the action, analysis, and highlights from tonight's matchup. Powered by Fastlane, where convenience meets speed. We're breaking down every big play, standout performance, and game-changing moment. Whether you're tuning in from the bleachers or catching us on the go, we've got everything you need to relive the drama, celebrate the stars, and look ahead to what's next. So buckle up because the Fastlane postgame show starts now. All right, so Elsberry jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead, trying to repeat by beating Warrenton 2 years consecutively, but the Warrenton Warriors got back into this game by a great defensive stand. They had over 20 steals tonight, and led by senior Zoe Duncan, who had to have at least 10 herself. And that's how Warrenton got back into the game, by stealing extra possessions and then making their layups, getting those easy shots. That was the key to the victory tonight. All right, so our stars for the game for Elsberry, their standout was going to be number 3 star is going to be Fallon Davidson. She had 10 points for the Lady Indians. Another standout was Lizzie Mound. She had 9 points. Number 2 star of the game is going to go to Warrenton's sophomore guard, the 5'6" sophomore Claire Goldsmith. She had 6 points, but really was key in the second half by running the point, getting fouled, stepping up and making some key free throws to give the Warriors a double-digit lead, make it a little more comfortable. And then our number 1 star is going to go to senior Zoe Duncan, the 5'7" senior forward. Had 17 total points. She knocked down 2 threes and easily had 10 steals in this game. She was a blast to watch defensively and offensively tonight. She had it all going and was the key to the Big Red, ending the year with a W and going back to a 500 record. So that's a wrap on tonight's Fastlane postgame show. Thanks for running the court with us through every pass, rebound, and shot scored. From clutch plays to unforgettable moments, we covered it all, and the road ahead looks just as exciting. Elsberry will play at the People's Bank and Trust Shootout on January 2nd. That's what's next for them. And what's next for the Big Reds girls basketball team is they will play Tuesday, January 6th, in a home contest versus Fort Zumwalt East. And that game will be carried on the Warrenton Sports Network. Our next broadcast on the Warrenton Sports Network will be Monday, January 5th, when the boys basketball team will take on the St. Charles High School Pirates. Until then, this is Keith Brown reminding you to stay fast, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the fast lane. I also want to wish everyone a happy holiday season and a wonderful new year. We'll see you in 2026.